JLaw118 says, "It's a really long story, but last year I was getting fed up of my job, and I had a bully of a manager whose Department 1 pretty much ran for him whilst he took all the glory for it. Then last year, he started causing a lot of problems for me, and at the same time, lead come into a bit of money, to a point I didn't need that job anymore. I knew if I left, he wouldn't have a clue how to run his department, and would be either forced to leave himself, or get fired. 3 months after I left, he got fired, because senior management cottoned on, he didn't have a clue." Deleted says, "I was waiting at a counter of a cake shop. The assistant was reading a newspaper, and he completely ignored me. Finally he came over, didn't speak, didn't ask if he could help me. Just stood in front of me, ... I didn't speak to him. His father said to me very rudely, 'He didn't see you, bye ... see you later.' I was shocked that someone would speak so rudely to a customer who just wanted to buy a cake ... lol ... I went home, rang the health department, reported his shop as being unsanitary, wrote a bad review on their website. A week later, I saw the interior of his shop was dismantled. New refrigeration was being installed. The interior steam cleaned ... must have cost him thousands ... Revenge is sweet." Zora Means Fox says, "Here's a repost of how I answered this question a few weeks ago. When I was a new arts writer on a regional weekly magazine, the editor-in-chief used to dress me down in front of other staff members, insulting me for my lack of understanding in regards to his favorite writers, filmmakers, and poets. After one particularly intense attack, I decided to show him up for the asshole he truly was. He had berated me for my shallow understanding of one of his favorite poets. So this was my play. I wrote the worst poem imaginable, being careful to eschew all meaning, theme, correct use of form, proper grammar, etc. It was utterly abominable. Then, using all the things I had available to me at the publishing headquarters, I printed this poem, using the same typeface as would be used at the New Yorker magazine. Then I signed the poem with the byline of his favorite poet. I then got the latest copy of the New Yorker magazine on the day it hit the stands, carefully cut out a page, and printed a fake page which featured my ghastly poem, on the same paper as used by the New Yorker. I then carefully glued this into the magazine. Early the next morning, I marched into the editor's office, made a show of tearing the faked page out, and then tossing it onto his desk, all the while saying, 'This is the worst poem EVHF ever read. It's indefensible. You can't possibly say this is good, just because you love this writer.' Then, I stomped out. The next morning, he called me into his office and dressed me down, telling me I was a ducking idiot, and giving me a detailed critique of the poem, showing me how I had missed all of its subtleties and intents completely, and explaining why it was actually great, a true work of art. I listened silently, and after his venom had run its course, I told him exactly what you'd done, and walked out. After that, he was never able to look me in the eyes again, and he resigned 2 months later. And that, my friends, is what we call nuclear, not petty, not even just total meltdown. What do you think? Too far, or perfectly played? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you love stories that burn bridges and salt the earth on the way out, hit that like, follow, and come back for the next explosive tale. Asterisk, Reddit, RETELLINGS, where revenge always comes with receipts.